Putin.
Vladimir Putin.
It only makes sense that he's riding a bear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
topless.
of course.
Yeah.
Because why would he be having a shirt on?
When riding a bear.
Yeah.
Anyway, hi.
How's it going, man? It's always good. Like I was telling you, I'm super grateful for these talks. I feel like I learn something new every time. Yeah. So what have you been learning lately?
I think really the idea of the obstacle being the way. Shout out Ryan Halliday. If you haven't read that book, I highly suggest it. Have you read it?
I'm reading it right now. No, actually, I'm reading The Ego is the Enemy.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But The Obstacle is the Way is next.
Put it up next, yeah. Good writer. Honestly, the title is what I thought most about during the book. And I felt that a lot of times in my life, the things that seem the hardest, my subconscious is actually telling me to learn about. And that ends up being an important piece of my life.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship, when I was 22, it's seemingly impossible to find money to invest into the nightclub. And but that was an obstacle, and that was the direction, that was the way that I needed to take. On a smaller scale, in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I have a favorite strangle, which is called a guillotine.
Okay.
And the guillotine, for years, I did no-gi grappling. For anybody that grapple, you understand what I'm saying. I did no-gi grappling, and I didn't understand the strangle. I thought it was like cheating because they were just cranking on my neck, and I was like a dandelion with my head popping off.
Oh my God.
But then I really dove into it and understood it, and now I get seminars on it.
Isn't that crazy?
So, and I mean, those are just two little examples. But the reason that I'm thinking about this again, and I find in life a lot of times things are cyclical.
Yeah.
Cyclical. Why can't I?
Circular?
Circular. Yeah. Yeah.
I understood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a circle of life, so it comes back, right?
Yes.
So what?
And so now, the idea of accountability. So I hold my clients accountable, but I don't have a me in my life holding me accountable. I have people that coach me, right? People that I learn from, but not a me in my life that holds me accountable. And frankly, that has been a downfall for me because I'll make good progress, and then I'll see a shiny thing, and I want to work on that now, or I want to be creative in that area now, which is sometimes good, but I've needed to do a better job of holding myself accountable. So I have put myself on my own programs, which I've always kind of done, but really decided to buckle down and put myself through the same accountability that I would expect myself to put a client through.
Wow.
And that idea, the obstacle is the way. Okay, the obstacle is accountability, holding myself accountable.
That's almost harder than getting someone like a client, right, to keep accountable. Because if you keep it accountable to yourself, I mean, you can kind of cheat and be like, nah, I'm good, and no what's that called? With no retribution.
Nobody's holding you responsible.
Yeah. So you can kind of get away with it.
Yeah.
But if your client, you can't really do that because you got that client that's accountable, and you're like, well, if you don't do it, I'm right here to tell you this is why it's bad.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I look at it as my job. I have an obligation to the client to do that. Whereas with myself,
It's
like you're saying,
yeah, and that's hard, man.
Yeah.
That's a good obstacle to.
That's hard. That's what I like. Good.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it Jocko that made that video? Good?
Yeah, good. Oh, yeah. When that's hard, good.
Good.
Yeah.
If that's giving you trouble?
Good.
Good.
Oh, it's snowing on the mountain where you're supposed to do 13 miles? All right, good. Yeah, good. I love that shit. It's a good frame of mind.
Perspective, man. If everything that life throws at good, opportunity to learn.
Oh my God.
Boom, I got chills.
Yeah.
I literally got chills.
So besides the accountability, what else is it that you're finding hard that you're like, all right, good, this is good for me?
It's that. Like a portion of my job that I don't like is the sales portion. Like I don't like selling things in general. I just had I sold mortgages when I was younger,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know, maybe it put a bad taste in my mouth. I'm not sure why,
Yeah.
but I find myself struggling just getting out there and doing the sales stuff.
Gotcha.
And like, personally, I have a pilot program. I think it'll start at the end of this month with the house correction.
Mm-hmm.
Working on a pilot program with Pius High
Yeah.
School. Hope to get that finalized very, very soon.
There you go.
And a bunch of other opportunities within the business world to form habits that you would want your employees to have.
Whoa.
So there's a lot of opportunity for me
Yeah.
in the habit formation world, and I find that great, but I have to get out there and sell it.
Yep.
And
You could have this great product, but if no one knows about it.
exactly. And so that's where I've been struggling, holding myself accountable personally. And so what I did this month for myself, one, gave myself small incremental tasks, just like I would for a client, small incremental tasks. I have a goal, and I don't normally like financial goals, but because I'm working on sales, I'm doing a financial goal as to what I want to earn.
Like what you
this
want
month.
to hit.
Yes, and I put reminders all over. Now here's the trick. Here's the fourth one. Here's for me what makes it the most sticky.
Tell me.
It is adding an emotional attachment
To every single one of those.
to every single one of those, but especially the big goal. How do I feel now that I've hit that goal? So I'm looking at it from November 1st. How do I feel that I've hit that goal? I went through and I made, well, what did I do to hit that goal? And I'm phrasing it exactly like that in my head. What did I do to hit that goal? Outlined everything that I did. And I'm gonna go just do that. But that emotional feeling, like, just like we talked about weeks ago when I ran that hill for fucking 5.5 hours, that emotional connection, like, I am a fucking monster. I can do whatever I want. I want the goal, like, I want to pass that goal so much, be like, oh, what a stupid goal I set. Well, that was nothing. But adding that emotional attachment is what makes it sticky for me. Because like we've talked about before, money isn't necessarily the biggest driver for me personally, and for a lot of people. It can be a driver, certainly, but it's just a way of keeping score. There's other ways of keeping score.
I think happiness or excitement is like one of the biggest, I would say, indicators of a good successful life.
Yes, but every once in a while, like when you're struggling and holding yourself accountable in selling the product that you have, money's a good way of keeping track of that. So that's really what the last few days, have been, just focusing on that.
Okay, kind of like outlining. Like what you want to do.
That emotional connection, and then working backwards, and then utilizing what I would utilize in the programs as far as accountability is concerned.
Are you like meditating yourself into like that thought, or like thinking, all right, this is how it's gonna feel like, boom.
Yeah, and I have reminders all over the house, like the bathroom sink, bedroom door, kitchen.
Little Post-its.
Post-its. I kind of drew out a big, like a big thermometer. Like hit.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. So like, and every time I look at those, I don't just look at them and glance. It's not a piece of paper. It's an emotion.
That's interesting, because when I set up reminders, I'm just like, oh, cool, that's nice.
Yeah.
But when you put that emotion to it,
and that's the difference. I find that with clients too. That's the difference between massive success and going through the motions, still having some success, but going through the motions. It's that emotion that they attach to it. And that has to come from them, man. Like, I can talk about it, but I can't tell you to feel a way.
If you could sell that feeling, man, you would be, I don't know, rich beyond your dreams.
Dude, here's something I want to ask. What would be the equivalent of a six-pack in mental fitness? So you see a guy that's all shredded, he's all jacked up. You're like, oh, that's got to be a good trainer, right? If you're working on something that's not physical, it's mental. How do you? What is the equivalent of the six-pack picture in the mental field?
Alright, so it's probably like that excitement of completion, or like I don't know, being super happy. Like, for example, I guess if you have a car that's broken down and then you fix it, that feeling right there of like, I put that together. I'm excited, I'm happy, proud, I guess.
Right.
That's like a good indicator. So if I can see someone that's like genuinely happy that they, I guess, fix the world, that's like a six-pack to me.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I like that analogy. Thank you for that.
I'm just here to learn as much as I can. If I can drop some bombs in here.
Yeah. No, the figuring out how to use pride and happiness, a scale for pride and happiness. So with the house correction, that's that's something that I really want to work on with inmates.
Because those guys, they're like, I guess they're not too happy for the actions that they've done, right?
Ideally.
But if they can come out of that and say they did something good and then feel really fucking happy about it, dude, that's a six-pack in their mind. So when they come out, they'll probably be a lot better.
Yeah.
Better for the society too.
I have so I've talked about this, I do radio, most Fridays I do radio up on the north side of Milwaukee, 860 AM and 105.7 FM. Sorry, I don't remember.
That's life.
WNOV, if you want to look it up. This week, I've made it a point that I have, I think it'll be like 10 or 15 minute segment on habit formation. And we have all these incredibly smart individuals coming in and speaking on what should be changed. And my goal is to speak on something that we can all change, right? That everybody knows the quote, be the change that you want in the world, right? Well, I think, this is my theory, that I think if I go on there consistently enough and say, okay, this is the habit that we're doing. We're gonna take, right at lunchtime, everybody that's listening to this, set an alarm for lunch and take 30 seconds and practice gratitude. Be grateful for something in the community. Could be inside yourself if you're struggling, could be inside yourself, something around you, something in the community leader, whatever the case may be. Just take 30 seconds and think about that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk to Keon, who runs the show, and see if there's a way that we could utilize a Facebook page or something that people can write down what it is that they were grateful for. So we're going to try to attach it to 12 o'clock, to noon, to lunch, okay? Try to attach that gratitude and see how many people that we can get at lunch to think about gratitude for 30 seconds. That's it. And if they want to, they can write about it on whatever social media that we use, but I don't care about that. I care about just taking that. You could be in an awful mood, right? Your alarm goes off, you're fucking pissed at the world, you're like, shit, this person just cut me off, these fucking lights don't work, whatever the case may be. And you look at your phone, I'm like, okay, probably I'm grateful for my daughter, and my daughter is going to school.
Instant change, right? Just like that.
And how will that change? How will the butterfly effect of that change start working in the community if you're consistent on it?
Wow. I mean, that's a big change right there. Especially for someone that's been like angry all their life, you know? I mean, Joe Dispenza was talking about this in one of his books. He's like, you could be mad that you got cut off, and then you take that mood all throughout the day. Before you know it, that mood, without realizing it, it just goes into a habit. Like, why am I angry? I don't know why. That habit forms into a fucking personality, and you start forgetting, like, shit, it was just because someone cut me off. Now I'm this fucking bad person.
Right.
But if you be grateful, that can just be like, whoa,
right.
This is what it feels like to be like genuinely happy, and then life change. That's big, man. That's big ups. That's big ups.
It's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take consistency. But what do you have to lose? If you're listening to this, right? Or you're going to be listening to the radio on Friday morning, or whatever the case may be, my sales pitch for gratitude is going to be like, well, what do you have to lose?
No.
Set an alarm for every day at lunchtime. If you have a regular lunchtime, that'll be easy. If not, who cares? Do it at noon or
You can still just think about it.
I just want you to think about it at lunch. And the only reason I'm saying lunch is to tie it in to something that you already have a habit of doing.
Wow.
You already have a habit of eating lunch, right?
Yeah.
You already have that habit, so let's tie it into that habit. Let's link it, right? And through that, let's just have 30 seconds of gratitude. If you want to share, share how it impacted you, share how whatever.
That's dope.
Awesome.
I love that. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that too.
Do you have any thoughts on how people could share that 30 seconds of gratitude? Like, should we do a Facebook page of it? Should we do a Instagram?
You can do like a hashtag and say like I'm grateful for, you know. Like I'll start there. Like I'm grateful for I'm super grateful all the time. Like when I was climbing today, I was like super grateful. I was hanging out with amazing people. Like I was grateful for doing this. Like I don't know, it's just became a habit.
You were climbing?
Yeah, I was climbing right before this.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Where at?
At Adventure Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I brought a friend. It was her like second time climbing, and I love inspiring people. So I'm like, you got this. You go crush it. And you know, it's just like those little things, because I saw in her eyes too, like she was like, but just that encouragement, and she's got it in herself too, to just push herself. So she was like, just, and then before you know it, she was up there, and she's like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
It was cool to see.
How did that make you feel?
It made me feel awesome, proud, very proud to see that, you know, it's awesome. Like, it's cool to see.
And does that sense of pride, how could you quantify that? Like, yeah, that's what I want my clients to have, and I want that to be trackable.
Maybe going like, how many times do I feel that? And just be like, all right, 1 point, because I felt it.
Learn what that is first. You know what that is, and then track how many times that you feel that.
Kind of like, all right, how many times am I going to do a chin up today?
Yeah.
1.
Right.
2. All right, you know what a chin up is. Now you can track it every time you want to do it.
Right.
And it would be really good too if you can like do it automatically. Like, man, I'm feeling so proud that you drank that tea right now. You know, I'm really happy that you're really happy about your health.
Right.
You know, boom,
Right.
chin up.
Right. Yeah, that's an interesting battle I'm having. If anybody listening has any ideas along that, please put them down, because I definitely could use them. How we get that mental six-pack. But you've given me some good ideas, which is great. Lastly, what do you, when you get that feeling of pride, does it make you want to have it again?
Not at the moment. I'm just like, use that time to be like, wow, okay. Kind of when you finish a race, you know, like, thank God that was over. I'm very happy for the result. I can wait a little bit before I want to do it again.
So you appreciate it. Let it marinate.
Yep. Yeah.
And then the next opportunity, you're ready to capitalize on.
Yeah. Kind of like bigger goals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I
Cool.
guess, yeah. Yeah, just let it marinate. Just feel it. And just keep going with it.
Cool.
Yeah.
This actually is the last thing. I want to tell you a story.
Tell us.
There's been a couple people that have reached out that I don't know, that have seen our videos, and it has impacted them in a positive way.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, for those of you that don't know, we met like this every given week. He was working on something within my Odyssey, and then we were like, man, these fucking conversations are great.
Yeah, I was like, dude, we should record these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because of that idea, now we're impacting people that we have no idea, and that's just going to grow.
Oh my God.
So,
that's awesome.
I'm excited.
Yeah, man.
Cheers.
I love it.
Thank you.
It's that positive energy, man. Just keep spreading it.
Yes.
Keep spreading the love.